Here are the most recent updates regarding the injuries of key Liverpool players, including Mohamed Salah, Trent Alexander-Arnold, and Alisson, along with their anticipated return dates. Jurgen Klopp is currently facing the absence of several key players. Do you want to know when he will have everyone available for selection again? Liverpool's pursuit of 4 trophies this season has come at a cost, with numerous injuries plaguing the squad in recent weeks and months. Despite this, Jurgen Klopp relied on academy graduates during the Carabao Cup final against Chelsea, where they delivered a memorable 1-0 victory at Wembley. However, Klopp undoubtedly desires the return of his key players for the crucial stages of the season, as Liverpool leads the Premier League, faces Manchester United in the FA Cup quarter-finals, and continues its Europa League campaign on Thursday. Curtis Jones continues to be plagued by injuries, hindering his progress despite showing promising form for Liverpool this season. His latest setback, an ankle sprain, occurred during the victory over Brentford on February 17. According to Reds assistant coach Pep Lijnders, Jones is expected to be sidelined until around the March international break. February was a challenging month for Alisson Becker, starting with an unfortunate mistake that led to Arsenal's victory in a crucial Premier League match. Shortly after, he suffered a muscular injury during training, forcing him to sit out until after the international break. Consequently, Liverpool will be without their primary goalkeeper for key fixtures against Manchester City and the Merseyside Derby. However, Liverpool can rely on Carabao Cup hero Kevin Kelleher in Alisson's absence, whom Klopp regards as the best second-choice goalkeeper in the world. Mohamed Salah encountered a minor hamstring issue during the Africa Cup of Nations, causing him to miss 4 Premier League matches, including the Arsenal clash. Despite this setback, he made a remarkable return against Brentford, contributing a goal and an assist off the bench. However, a subsequent unspecified muscular problem sidelined him for the Luton match and the Carabao Cup final. Although there was hope for his return against Southampton in the FA Cup 5th round, he didn't travel for the Nottingham Forest fixture. Nevertheless, Klopp confirmed Salah's presence with the squad for the Europa League last 16 clash against Sparta Prague, indicating his potential involvement at the EPET Arena. Salah trained energetically for 2 days, so we'll assess his condition, Klopp stated in the pre-match press conference. It's great to have him back, and you can see the happiness in his face. It's been unfortunate with his prolonged absence, but he showed incredible performance against Brentford. We must proceed cautiously, especially during this intense period of the season. We need everyone, and now we'll see how long he can contribute. Salah Gravenberch endured a harsh setback during the League Cup final due to a severe challenge from Chelsea's Moises Caicedo, which went unpunished. This incident compounded Gravenberch's woes, as he has struggled for consistency this season despite starting his 3rd consecutive game in all competitions. Klopp confirmed Gravenberch's ankle ligament injury at a subsequent press conference, ruling him out of at least Liverpool's next 2 fixtures. Consequently, he was omitted from the squad for the Sparta Prague match. On a positive note, Klopp mentioned that Gravenberch's injury could have been much worse, suggesting that his recovery timeline may not be extensive. Klopp expressed dismay at suggestions that Liverpool had rushed Trent Alexander-Arnold back into action before he fully recovered from a knee injury sustained in January's FA Cup victory over Arsenal. However, discomfort resurfaced in the same area during his return against Burnley, prompting further questions. Although Klopp initially downplayed the severity, Alexander-Arnold remains sidelined and won't be back in contention until after the upcoming international break. Fortunately, Liverpool can rely on Connor Bradley, who has demonstrated his capabilities as a dependable replacement. The knee injury sustained by Portuguese forward Diogo Jota dealt a significant blow to Liverpool, given his status as Jurgen Klopp's most lethal finisher, especially considering his sensational form at the time. While the club's medical team is optimistic about his potential return before the end of the season, there's no certainty. Jota's absence will be sorely felt, given his significant contributions, having already notched up 14 goals and 4 assists across all competitions before his latest injury. Joel Matip's tenure at Liverpool came to a heartbreaking end with a season-ending ACL injury in December, likely marking his final appearance for the club as his contract expires this summer. While Klopp has advocated for a new deal, he clarified that it's not within his authority to finalize the paperwork. Regardless of the outcome, Matip will always be revered as a cult hero at Anfield. His arrival as a free transfer from Schalke in 2016 stands as one of Klopp's most impactful signings. The past year has been incredibly challenging for Thiago Alcantara, who endured a long recovery from a serious hip injury only to suffer a setback shortly after returning to action in February. Klopp expressed uncertainty about Thiago's return this season, which is particularly concerning as the midfielder's contract is set to expire this summer. "There's no timescale," Klopp stated. "There are a couple of things he has to do now from a medical point of view, and I don't know if that will then mean that he can play again this season. It's not a short-term thing." Stefan Bajcetic showed promise during the challenging 2022-23 season but was sidelined by an adductor problem, which delayed his return to full fitness. Despite his efforts to recover, he faced another setback due to growing pains, limiting him to just 2 appearances at right back this season. However, there is optimism regarding his return to action this month. Klopp mentioned on Tuesday that Bajcetic is gaining fitness and is currently pain-free, which is a positive sign. Although he hasn't received clearance for team training yet, scans have shown no issues with his bone, indicating progress in his recovery.